turn. The team Tyrone's playing tonight, the Forrest Hills. So that'll be coming up at halftime of tonight's playoff game. The Rangers and the Golden Eagles getting set to take the field. We've had the national anthem. We're getting very close to kickoff time in this important game. We'll be back with more pregame information for you right after this 2-minute timeout for the WTRN. Last time these two teams met, Gerard, was back in the district championship game at Mansion Park back in 2003, and Tyrone won that one.
Yeah, the score is 31-7, a comfortable victory, and I don't have the stats on what the all-time series is, but I think Tyrone's ahead in the series about 6-3 or something like that. But they've always been generally some good games in the early 2000s. Rich, as you mentioned coming in tonight, these two teams played two outstanding football games at Sidman. Forrest Hills winning both of those, but both of them going down to last second and last minute plays.
One year, the first year, Tyrone was the number 8 seed, which is very unusual for the Golden Eagles, but Forrest Hills was number 1, so they played in the first game, and Tyrone led most of the way. Forrest Hills came back and got the win. Then the next year, they played in the semifinals at Sidman, and in that game, I think it was the other way around. They were two terrific games. Tyler Murdoch was the quarterback for both years.
Yes, and they were Tyler's younger years at quarterback, but they were two fine games, and head coach Don Bailey, looking at the program here, he's in his 33rd season. I'm not sure if they're all at Forrest Hills, but I know a vast majority, if not all of them, are at Forrest Hills. And so he's a well-known head coach in the area and one of the outstanding coaches in the area.
The winner of tonight's game will go to Mansion Park to take on the winner of tomorrow night's game between Bishop McCourt and Phillipsburg Osceola. And Gerard had an opportunity to listen to some of that game on Saturday night between Phillipsburg and Penn Cambria, which was, to most folks, a shocker.
Yeah, Rich, the Monties surprised Penn Cambria, a heavy favorite in the football game, coming in as the number 3 seed. But the Monties pretty much dominated that game at the line of scrimmage on both sides of the football, and easily went on to victory in defeating Penn Cambria. We'll have to say that the weather conditions were atrocious for that game, but the Monties make it to the semifinals for the third time in 4 years in District 6.
And was it Brad Smith doing the bulk of the ball carrying for Phillipsburg, doing a great job, and Sidoric?
They both had 2 touchdowns, Rich, and both played well, and of course the Monties lost their quarterback to an injury, and Bo Reefer had to come in and start, and he directed the football game on offense very nicely. I believe he even had a 55-yard run in the game, not for a touchdown, but and played well.
Last years, we've been used to Forrest Hills mainly being a running team, 70 to 30% probably, but this year their passing game has been terrific.
Yeah, Rich, they're led by the junior quarterback, Travis Rarick, who's completed 118 passes and 192 attempts for 1,895 yards. He's thrown 23 TDs to 9 interceptions. He's actually completed more passes than Tyler Golden's attempted. Tyler's 55 completions and 101 attempts, but he does have nice stats with 1,202 yards throwing, 12 touchdowns, and 3 interceptions. The Rangers' leading rusher is the tailback, senior tailback, Jared Costin, who should go over 1,000 yards tonight. He has 997 yards on the season and 14 carries. Of course, the leading rusher for the Golden Eagles, Johnny Franco, with 1,453 yards and 23 touchdowns. So those are some of the quick stats before we have opening kickoff here, Rich. And the Golden Eagles, or the Forrest Rangers, won the toss and deferred, so the Golden Eagles are going to receive.
Golden Eagles will receive the kickoff. And here we go with the semifinal AA game. It's a squib kick, and it's coming down to the 30-yard line. Good position for Amy to take it out across the 35 to the 40. So first down and 10 for Tyrone. Magisterial District Judge Fred Miller wants to take this opportunity to wish both the Tyrone Golden Eagles and the Bellwood Ennis Blue Devils good luck in the playoffs, Class A and AA. And congratulations on terrific seasons, both Coach Franco and his team and Coach Hayes and his team. From Magisterial District Judge Fred Miller of Tyrone, a big booster of Tyrone sports, as are the gang at the bullpen. In the Tyrone Shopping Center, we can stop by tonight, check out the haddock fish dinner specials or sandwich specials. And, of course, Sunday, it's the buffet, 11 a.m. to 1:30 p.m. at the bullpen in the Tyrone Shopping Center. First down and 10 at the 41-yard line. Here's a pass. It is complete to Justin Schaub out across the 45 to the 46.
Just a quick pass in the flat that time, and Schaub was open, tackled immediately, but he does pick up, about 5 yards to the 46, as you mentioned, Rich, at 2nd and 5.
Justin Shop, great season for the Golden Eagles. Big playmaker for Tyrone this year. Making that catch on the near sideline for the game. I formation for Tyrone. Franco is the tailback. Franco the upback this time. And the tailback, Gilman, gets the call. First down and more for Gilman. He's breaking tackles to the 45, the 40, the 35, the 30. Clear down to the 25, the 20, the 15, the 10, the 5. Touchdown. Tyrone, what a start for the Golden Eagles. Tyler Gilman, nothing fancy on that play. He broke to the far sideline after taking the handoff from quarterback Tyler Golden and took it all the way for a touchdown.
So 2 plays and the Golden Eagles are on the scoreboard, and it's a 54-yard touchdown run for Tyler Gilman. As you mentioned, Rich, he had a little bit of an opening for 5 or 6 yards, but then he broke a tackle at the Ranger 45-yard line and bounced it outside and had enough speed to beat everybody down the far sideline. The Golden Eagles on top 6-0.
Tyrone Sandwich and Six-Pack Shop wants to congratulate the Golden Eagles for a terrific season as well, and good luck in the playoffs. Stop by for all your beverage needs at Tyrone Sandwich and Six-Pack Shop, and be sure to try their famous baked Italian, the best in Tyrone. That's Tyrone Sandwich and Six-Pack Shop. And Howard's Appliance Center of Warriors Mark says, why go out of town for your appliance needs? Stop by Howard's Appliance in Warriors Mark, factory authorized for Maytag, Whirlpool, and more. Howard's Appliance, serving the Tyrone, Bellwood, Warriors Mark area. The kick is good. Tyrone leads at 7-0. We'll be back with the kickoff in 60 seconds.
For Forrest to receive the kick. Hit somebody! Hit him hard!
The kick by Schaefer is out of bounds, so good field position as well for Forest Hills, just like Tyrone started. They'll start at their own 35-yard line. Tyler Gilman, 56-yard touchdown run, and he just outran the defenders.
Yes, he did. He showed his speed, Rich, and he got some good blocking up front and broke one tackle and went all the way. A nice start to the game for the Golden Eagles. Let's see now if they can shut down or at least immobilize a little bit this Forest Hills potent offense.
Schaefer kicked the extra point, and Tyrone leads it 7-0. Well, it is a potent offense. Tyrone a good defense, so keep that in mind as well. Split backs behind the quarterback. Travis Rurick, we talked about his very fine statistics with 1,200 yards passing. But they still go to the ground on the first play, and it goes to Scott Mayhall. Mayhall with the positive yardage across the 35 to the 37. So 2nd and 8 coming up. Don't forget, coming up tomorrow, it's the finale for the Penn State Nittany Lions. Penn State taking on Michigan State. Final game for that Michigan State coach, so that could be interesting there. They'll probably be playing hard for him, despite the fact that they will not be going to a bowl game. They were eliminated from bowl competition with a loss to Minnesota last week. 10:30 for the pregame show and 12 noon kickoff tomorrow from Beaver Stadium, Senior Day. Reary completes a pass out across the 40-yard line, but not much there. Gets about 5 yards.
That's to number 21, I believe. Ross Carpenter, not much of a pickup, as you mentioned, just across the 40 to maybe the 41. A pickup of about 4. It'll bring up 3rd and 4.
Okay, 3rd down coming up now for the Rangers. First quarter action. Big semifinal playoff game here from Gray Veterans Field in Tyrone. Forest Hills bringing a very fine contingent down the mountain from the Sidman area. I formation with the pro eye this time for the Rangers. And the handoff goes to number 3, and he is going to be stopped short of the first down. That is Mihal. Good defense by Tyrone.
And it's James Updike and Josh Bradley that time on the stop. Mihal gets back to the line of scrimmage, but that's about it. Maybe a half-yard gain, but it's going to bring up 4th and a long 3.
So we talked about this vaunted Forest Hills offense. Tyrone puts them 3 and out, first possession anyway, and forces them into a punting situation here. Gilman and Franco. Josh Shope, the kicker. Very high, not a very long kick though, high and short. Whoa, bounces out of bounds near the 40-yard line. So we got a change of possessions. We'll take a break here. A quick one for Bill back at the studios. Back in 30 seconds. Now the Golden Eagles offense certainly can't complain about field position so far in the game. They took over in excellent field position the first possession, and now they complete a pass to Gilman. Gilman to the 45 to the 50-yard line. From Tyler Golden to Tyler Gilman, the TG to TG combination. Second down coming up for Tyrone right at midfield. That punt, not much yardage on that one.
No, Rich, the Golden Eagles start this possession at their own 44-yard line. That punt only covered about 14 yards.
Wow, 14 yards. Double wideouts to the near side this time for Tyrone. But the pitch out goes to Franco. Franco around end, and he is hemmed in beautifully after a gain of maybe a half yard at the most.
Yeah, looks like Ross Carpenter pushed him out of bounds at the far sideline. Only about a half-yard gain, if that, just inside Forest Hills territory at the, we'll call it the 49-yard line. A gain of 1. It's going to bring up 3rd and 3.
Yeah, Franco tried to run wide that time, but he got nothing. Forest Hills good speed, tracking him down. 8 minutes and 25 seconds to go. Don't forget the game tonight on the internet provided by Open Door Visions at Tyrone, as will tomorrow night's game. Bellwood Addis and Southern Huntington. That's www.tyronepa.com. Thanks to Open Door Visions again this year. There's Shop catching the pass. Oh, slipping is the defender, and he's going to get the first down because of that. Would have been stopped, but number 3 on the defense for Forest Hills slipped, and that would be Scott Mehall. 1st and 10, Tyrone in Forest Hills territory now, so it's a gainer to the 38. Golden Eagles starting to threaten again here, leading already in the game by a score of 7-0. It's an all Tyrone so far. First 4 minutes of the game. This time, Shane Tate sets up in a slot to the right. And Gilman gets the call. Gilman got positive yardage inside the 35 to the 33.
And a nice pickup on first down of about 5 or 6 yards for Tyler Gilman. His second carry of the night, his first one, the big touchdown run.
And the clock shows 7:28 to go in the first quarter. Tyrone with the football in Forest Hills territory. Looks a bit wet down in the field tonight. We had that all-day terrible soaking rain yesterday, and that could play a factor in tonight's game before we're done. As a matter of fact, it probably already did with that slip by Mehall, which gave Tyrone a first down. Franco with the call this time. He has the first down and more. Does he fumble? Bounced right on it after he lost the football momentarily.
He had a nice hole over left tackle that time. A good opener by the left side of the offensive line of Tyrone, and he got hit at about his own 20-yard line. The ball came loose, but he pounced right on it. But it is a nice pickup of 14 yards and a first down for the Golden Eagles.
Boy, Tyrone moving at will here. The offense in the first quarter, kind of surprising. Tyrone fired up, coming out of the locker room tonight. So the Golden Eagles huddle it up. Will be the first down and 10 at the 20-yard line of the Rangers. This time they set up in a pro I with Gilman the tailback, Franco the up-back. And Gilman gets the call, straight ahead run, slips a little bit, but does get forward to inside the 20 to about the 17.
See where they spot it. A little bit better defensive job by the Rangers that time, limiting the run by Tyler Gilman. It'll bring up second and about 7.
Second down after the 3-yard gain for Gilman over tackle. So the Eagles break huddle, send Justin Shop and Shane Tate wide outs to the far side. And the senior, Tyler Golden, takes the snap. He hands it off to Franco. Franco an inside run. Franco with yardage to the 15-yard line.
And inside the 15 down near the 10, a little bit of a quick opener that time. Tough to see down the far side of the field here. I don't think it's enough for the first down, but it's only going to be a yard or so shy at the 11-yard line.
Well, third down coming up for the Golden Eagles. Forrest Hills coming in as what, the number 3, or was it number 4th seed? Number 3 seed already losing last week. Penn Cambria losing to the Mounties. So here's Franco, first down. Does he have it? Looks like it. Near the 10-yard line. It's going to be close.
Yeah, I think he has it just inside the 10. Not much running room there, but enough to get the first down. He only needed 1. I think he got about 2.
Forrest Hills defense starting to stiffen a little bit after Tyrone really carried the ball at will on offense from their own 40 down deep into Forrest Hills territory, but it is a 1st and goal for Tyrone coming up. Trying to take a 2-score lead early in this game. Midway through the first quarter. So Golden comes to the sideline, gets his play from Coach John Franco and staff. Big scare for Franco this week. He passed out twice at his aunt's funeral in Altoona. And he went to the Altoona Medical Center and was diagnosed with a condition. Might talk a little bit about that at halftime. Not a heart condition at all, so hopefully he'll be okay. Hey, a great defensive play here, though, stopping the ball carrier, who is Tyler Gilman, for a loss that time of a yard.
Yeah, it was Dave Mehall and Josh Schoaf who came up from the Rangers defense and made the stop. No gain, it looks like, for Tyler Gilman.
Tyrone seems to be running better inside right now.
Yeah, they are. They're better between the tackles that far. It's kind of slippery to get outside. And we got officials timeout right now for some reason, Rich. I think an equipment problem with one of the Rangers.
So the clock is stopped momentarily with 4 minutes and 44 seconds to go in the first quarter. Well, we're going to see a high-scoring game tonight. What do you think? I don't know. Tyrone takes that early lead, marching right down the field after taking over in excellent field position. Then Forrest Hills 3 and out. Second down coming up for the Golden Eagles, and goal at the 10-yard line. Watch Justin Schaub here. Dangerous spot of the field for him. But he's going to block, and the pass goes to Gilman. Gilman makes the catch at about the 6-yard line. So it's a completion of about 5 yards, and Tyrone will still have a 3rd and goal coming up now from the 5. Haven't needed the John Schaefer too much this year. Forrest Hills stiffening, though. If they don't get it here, may have to go to Schaefer. We'll wait and see. Clock starts running again with 4 minutes to go now in the quarter. 3rd down and goal at the 5 for Tyrone. You know, the Golden Eagles have just brought in number 83, Russell Beck, into the game as a receiver. Get an extra guy in there and another extra guy, Steve Kadich. So it looks like they're going to go to the air. They're going right to shotgun. Or no, they won't. Yes, they will. Shotgun with Franco, the protecting back. Franco, the quarterback this time. And he runs with the football, and he's going to be stopped shy of the goal. Fumble, and Forrest Hills, I think, has picked it up. Let's see if the play was called dead or not. At about the 3-yard line. Gilman bounced on it. Okay. Tyrone nearly turning that football over. Now they are going to get a chance for the field goal team to come in here.
Yes, they are. And Franco actually lined up in shotgun, Rich. You were right, but it was Franco.
Number 12.
Yeah, Franco was in shotgun formation. Took the snap from center and just rolled right to his left. But good play by the defense of the Rangers. Stopped him, and we're going to have a field goal attempt here from John Schaefer.
And Justin Schaub is the holder. Schaefer does have 1 field goal, I think, this year. He sure has the distance on his extra points to boot some long field goals. Kick is up, and it does not look. It is, just barely makes it in across the left sidebar, and we have a 10-point lead.
Yeah, it was nice and high and long, but you don't know if it got inside that left upright, Rich, but it just snuck in, and the Golden Eagles lead at 10-0 on the 21-yard field goal.
Back in 60 seconds. Brandon McLaughlin and Ross Carpenter are deep for the Forest Hills Rangers, getting set to accept the kickoff of John Schaefer, who has just booted. What was the yardage on that field goal for John? 21-yard field goal. Here's the kick. Boomer this time coming to Carpenter at the 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 32-yard line. So first down and 10 for Forest Hills. Decent run back for the Rangers. A little bit of a moral victory as well for the defense there, stopping Tyrone when it looked like they were going to march for another TD.
Yeah, things stiffen up inside the red zone by the Rangers defense and limited the Golden Eagles to a field goal attempt, and John Schaefer made good on it, but the Rangers trail it now 10-0, just 3:19 left in the first quarter.
But now it's up to their offense to get something going here. 3 and out first time. It's only their second possession of the game with 3 minutes to go in the quarter. So they send triple wideouts. Trips right this time in a shotgun formation. Looks like they're going to the air right away. And they threw an incomplete pass at the 35-yard line intended for Carpenter.
Yeah, and I think Jason Reese got his hand on the football at the line of scrimmage and batted it, and then it came in short to Carpenter, incomplete.
And we're checking some stats prior to the game. Jason Reese has been sneaking up in those sack statistics last couple of weeks, right behind Hoover.
Yeah, I believe Hoover has 9 sacks on the season, Jason Reese 8. The Golden Eagle pressure defense has worked pretty well, and it's going to need some pressure, I think, against this passing attack of the Rangers.
Well, he passed incomplete there out in the flat. Not a long pass attempted by Rurik, but 2nd and 10. Boy, nothing there. Number 33 on the carry, and that is Jared Costin. He's the guy that's just shy of 1,000 yards.
And he might be another yard or two shy of it because James Updike was in there and got him in the backfield for a loss of 2 back to the 30, and it's going to bring up a 2nd and 12.
Tyrone playing good defense early in this game. Smash mouth type football. Easy for me to say, huh? At the 30-yard line now. So that's a 3-yard loss. 3rd down and long. Back to shotgun goes the quarterback, Travis Rurik. Has 1 completion, short yardage. He's going to run with it this time. Looks like he is going to run for the... Nope, he's not going to get the first down. He's close at the 33-yard line. He might have it in a second effort there. Looked like he was going to go out of bounds. But the last reach with the football may have gotten him that first down.
Yeah, I think he has it at the 42, maybe the 43-yard line. We'll see where they spot it. They're looking it over right now. No official signal. I think they are going to measure. That time he went back from shotgun, looked downfield, found nobody open, but found a big lane to his left. And finally got tracked down by Shane Tate. But Tate could have come up and hit him hard where he first touched him. He would have been short of the first down, but Rurik managed to lean forward, and let's see if they have it or not. They're going to measure.
First measurement of the game here in the first quarter. Stop the clock at 2 minutes and 8 seconds to go. So an important measurement for Forrest Hills. Would be their first down on the evening. Gerard thinks he has it. They have to bring the chain gang clear across from one end of the field to the other. And it is going to be short. 4th down. So what do we do here? That punter, it wasn't too good first time out. They must go for it here on the 42.5-yard line. They're going to remeasure again and near midfield. Hash marks a little bit, and it's still shy by a foot.
That's right, Rich. I'm wrong again, as usual, but 4th and a foot or so. Let's see. It looks like they are going for it. Josh Schopes, their punter, he's also the tight end, so he's in the game, but I believe they're going for it here.
Dangerous call by Coach Don Bailey, the 33-year veteran for Forest Hills early in the game, trailing 10-0, going for it in his own territory. Well, I'd call a quarterback keeper here. If Rurik got the yardage on that one, I'd say, why hand it off? Just keep the ball yourself, follow your blocker, and get that half a yard, and he gets it and more, clear out to the 45, 46-yard line.
Yeah, he went over the left guard that time and got easy running room for the first down, a gain of 4 out to the 46, 1st and 10.
Yeah, he needed just half a foot, or about a foot, and got about 4 yards. So that was good work by the Forest Hills offensive line that time.
Yes, it was, Rich. So the first down for them, just under the 2-minute mark of the first quarter. It's Tyrone 10, Forest Hills 0.
And a fresh set of downs to operate with for the Rangers. Travis Rurik over center, set to call the play with the eye set behind him. He's going to throw. And he throws the ball. I mean, a wide open receiver is going to make the catch at the 30-yard line for a first down for Forest Hills. Boy, he broke open down that far sideline. Check that number, Gerard, on the receiver.
Yeah, he was wide open, but it is not a catch, Rich, because although he caught it, he was out of bounds when he made the catch, and it's incomplete pass, and it was Ross Carpenter, number 21, on the reception, but it'll be an incomplete pass because he was well out of bounds, but he was beyond the secondary of the Golden Eagles.
He sure was well beyond the secondary, and my mistake there. I thought that he was in bounds. Apparently he was looking back over his shoulder, knew that he was going to make the catch, but he wasn't watching where his feet were. And he was out of bounds at the Tyrone 30-yard line. So that could be an important play. He's going right back to it again. Overthrows everybody this time. Again, looking down that far sideline for a receiver. Incomplete.
Yeah, Carpenter, the intended receiver again, number 21. Hard to read some of the jerseys already with the mud. Justin Schaub on the coverage. Justin had the good position that time, but then he slipped, and if the pass would have been underthrown, it might have been a completion, but it was well overthrown.
Yes, it was well overthrown, and that would have been a touchdown if they would have caught that one, Carpenter. But now 3rd and 10, all of a sudden Forrest Hill's going to the air for the bombs, and coming up short. Coming up empty, not short. At the 45-yard line of the Rangers, shotgun. Quarterback Rarick takes the snap. He passes it. Nearly intercepted by Johnny Franco. Johnny Franco had plenty of running room in front of him if he would have made that catch, but it's incomplete. So, punting situation for the Rangers. Again, tomorrow night, Lou Seidel, Lance Baird will be on hand to bring you the action of Bellwood and Southern Huntington from Orbizonia. Bellwood coming off an impressive win last week over the Glendale Vikings, ending their first ever playoff run. Josh Shope hoping for better yardage this time. Got a high, short one last time. Someone has jumped off sides for the Rangers, so that's going to be a 5-yard penalty. Set them back a bit here. With 1 minute and 20 seconds to go in the first quarter, Franco Insurance Agency will come to your home or business in the Tyrone area to talk about your insurance needs. Call their toll-free number, 1-800-696-8097. And they'll find the lowest price for your insurance for either auto, home, business, or life. Good luck, Golden Eagles, and good luck, Mounties, as well, of course, from the Renko Insurance Agency of Phillipsburg. It's still a short punt, change of possessions. We'll keep it here this time and tell you about District Judge Fred Miller, Magisterial District Judge Fred Miller, wants to wish the Blue Devils and the Golden Eagles good luck in the District 6 playoffs and hopefully beyond the playoffs. Congratulations to Coach John Franco and John Hayes from Fred Miller, Magisterial District Judge at Tyrone, your host for tonight's football action from Gray Veterans Memorial Field in Tyrone.
Well, Rich, that one was an 11-yard punt that time. Tyrone has it at their own 49-yard line. It actually went to the Tyrone 40, but it had reverse English and backed up all the way to the 49. The Tyrone excellent field position again, 1st and 10.
Geez, they must better go for it on 4th down every time, not getting anything out of this punter. Schaub is wide open. It's overthrown, though. Far sideline at the 30-yard line. Incomplete. Schaub had beaten his defender, though.
Yes, he was beyond the secondary of the Rangers that time at the 30-yard line of the Rangers. But Tyler Golden just a little bit off target, about a yard too far beyond the hands of Justin Schaub, and it's incomplete. 2nd and 10 now for the Golden Eagles at their own 49.
So both teams looking for a big play early in this game. Tyrone has the one big play. That was the run of 56 yards by 54 yards for the touchdown. Split backs behind quarterback Golden. And it's Gilman in motion. Hand off to Franco. Well, Franco breaks through this time inside the 50 to the 45-yard line. Looked like he was hit at the 50, but stumbled his way forward.
Yeah, he just didn't break free cleanly. If he could have, might have went all the way, but he was stumbling as he broke through the line of scrimmage, and does pick up positive yardage to the 46 for the Rangers. Pick up a 3rd and 5 for Tyrone.
So we have the clock running and 40 seconds to go in the first quarter. Tyrone on top by a score of 10-0. Golden set to call the play. And it's Gilman in motion. Let's see if they go to him as a receiver this time. He does, but he's way overthrown. Justin Schopp actually was the intended receiver at the 35-yard line of the Rangers.
And Tyler Golden rolling to his right, but that was just way over Justin Schopp's hands. He was wide open at about the 35-yard line of the Rangers, but pass too high as Tyler Golden rolling to his right.
Golden has done well rolling out and passing this year, but that pass, Justin Schopp had absolutely no chance to catch that one. Way over his head. So the freshman Levi Reinhardt is into the game. Stands at his own 40. Hopes to press the Rangers back deep in their own territory here with a good punt. Good snap. Here's the kick. Lets it bounce. Inside the 20, inside the 10, inside the 5, to the 5-yard line. 1st and 10, so it is an excellent punt. Everything going Tyrone's way so far in this game.
Yeah, nice job by Levi. That time is the return man let it get by him that time, and that was number 4, Tyler Rosenberg, I believe. And when it got by him, it was just bouncing down inside the 10. Tyrone had it covered. The Rangers will start deep in their own territory at their own 5.
Took Tyrone English, no doubt on that roll. Just 8.5 seconds to go in the quarter. And Forest Hills has to take over at their own 5-yard line. 41-yard kick. Yeah, Forest Hills in dangerous territory to put that passing attack back into motion here. Let's see if they try a couple off-tackle runs. Get some field position. No, they won't. They're going to throw the football. And they're going to be nearly sacked in the end zone. The pass just thrown away. Nearly sacked in the end zone.
I couldn't see who got a hand on him, but it forced him to twist his body and throw the pass way off target on the far sideline at about the 12-yard line. But good pressure by Tyrone in the end zone, and it was somewhat of a surprise there, Rich. We still have 3 seconds left in the first quarter.
So the incomplete pass does stop the clock. And I was looking for an off-tackle run there to get some yards, but nope. Coach Bailey decided to throw the ball from his own end zone. So this should be the last play of the first quarter. Nothing there. Running back is Mihal. He's got a yard. 3rd down coming up, but that's the end of the first quarter. The score, Tyrone leads it 10-0. We'll be back in 60 seconds. So we have already started the second quarter here, and there's been an interception by Justin Schopp at the 41-yard line. 1st down and 10 for Tyrone. Jordan mentioned that might have been as good as a punt anyway, the way their punter has been doing so far in this game with punts of 11 and 13 yards. Tyrone takes over at the Forest Hills 41-yard line. Justin Schopp has, I believe, taken 9th interception on the year. Wow, what a year for Justin, especially the second half of the season interception-wise. So here's Gilman. He stopped after a short gain of about 3 inside the 40 to the 38-yard line. Talking about that Bellwood game tomorrow night. Don't forget about the Penn State game earlier in the day. Nittany Lions hope to win over Michigan State. That's an important game because Penn State will probably go to a New Year's Day bowl game if they can win over Michigan State tomorrow. Pre-game in the Joe Paterno Show at 10:30 and kickoff at just after 12 noon from Beaver Stadium. Senior players honored prior to the game. And split backs for Tyrone on 2nd down. Here's a complete pass to Justin Schopp at the 30-yard line. He breaks a tackle to the 28, and a flag is down. Could be a face mask there.
I believe it is. I saw Justin Schopp's head turn a little bit that time as the tackle was being made at the 27 7-yard line of the Rangers, and I think there's going to be some yardage tacked onto this completion that covers 11 yards.
So there will be. I don't believe that's going to be the 15-yard one, but we'll wait and see. Definitely a face mask violation against the Ranger defense, though. Stop the clock, 11:07 to go, second quarter. Tyrone has used field position really well in this game so far, and they do march off 5 yards.
That's correct. It's the incidental type face mask of 5 yards, so it takes it down to the 22-yard line, and it's a 1st and 10 for the Golden Eagles, so they have a first down on this third possession of the evening for them.
Moving following the interception by Justin Schopp, trying to take advantage of a turnover in the game. We've often talked about how important turnovers are in the playoffs. Oh, Gilman breaking one down the far sideline. They're not going to catch him again. He's to the 15, 10, 5, and he is going to be into the end zone, I believe, for a Tyrone touchdown. Wow. Tyler Gilman looks like, I don't know who, past Willie Parker in this game tonight, huh?
Yes, he's bouncing him outside, and he's had a big hole that time. He really went in untouched over the right side as James Updike and Tyler Hoover open it up for him, and he goes down into the far sideline for the score, covering 22 yards, and the Golden Eagles lead it 16-0 pending the extra point.
And Schaefer back in to try the extra point for the Golden Eagles, trying to make it that 17-0 lead, Tyrone. Justin Schopp, the holder. Here's the kick. Up, and it is good. We'll be back with the Tyrone kickoff in 60 seconds. For the Tyrone Golden Eagles, 17-0, 2 long touchdown runs by Tyler Gilman and a field goal, and that's been it. So Schaefer set to kick off once again. And again, it's number 11, that's Brandon McLaughlin, and Carpenter, 21, the deep end for Forrest Hills. Their vaunted offense has not done much in this game so far. Another kick could go out of bounds. Now it's going to stay in, this time at the 12. Carpenter to the 20, 25. He's out to the 30-yard line, where it will be first down and 10.
Jason Reese in on the stop, along with Josh Bradley and Steve Catridge. They did drag him down from behind. They'll spot it just shy. Just maybe the nose of the football is touching the 30-yard line.
So now let's see if the Rangers can get something going here offensively. They huddle it up. They're trailing by 17. Official marking the ball right at the 30-yard line. First down and 10. Travis Rurick, dangerous quarterback. Carpenter, his main man receiver-wise as well. And he's going to run with the football this time and not get much. Now breaks a tackle there at the 35, 40, out across 40 for a first down. So just as I say that, I thought he was going to go out of bounds, but he did do a nice job running wide that time.
Yeah, it showed his speed. He got outside the contain that time, and we'll have to see where they mark it, where he went out of bounds. It's going to be close to the first down. No signal yet. The official signals time out a second to look at the spot. It's near the 40-yard line. They're going to say inches shy.
But he had it across the 40, but it's going to be about a foot short. Just shy of the 40-yard line, as you mentioned. So second down, very short for the Rangers here. They've had a tough time going against this Golden Eagle defense so far in the game. And there's the first down run.
WTRN. WTRN.
Out across the 40-yard line. Who was the runner?
Jared Costin on the run off left tackle that time. He's going to pick up 7 yards and a first down out to the 47.
And a timeout is called on the field, so we'll take this opportunity to switch back to our WTRN studios to Bill Marlette. Bill, let's take a 60-second break, and we'll be back with more football.
And we show who was 15 yesterday.
Go Eagles!
Go
Tyrone! Go defense! Go defense!
First down and 10, Forrest Hills. Rangers with the football, approaching midfield after that first down run. And another nice inside run this time to the 40, 35, 30, inside the 30 to the 25-yard line. Is that Mahon again? No, it's Costin this time. The big guy, he's over 1,000 now.
Yeah, easily. He went over 1,000 on the last carry. He only needed 3, and he got 8 on the last carry. But this is a quick opener. Looks like the same play, really, over left tackle, and he gets all the way down to the 25-yard line of the Golden Eagles. And that's going to be a pickup of 28, and the biggest play on offense for the Rangers thus far in the game.
So the tailback, Jared Costin, number 33. He's only a junior, by the way, 6', 180 pounds. The big play of the game so far tonight for Forrest Hills. And then Costin again. This time the Tyrone defense is there, including Tyler Hoover to wrap him up.
And John Schaefer. It looked like the same play 3 plays in a row, really, to me, Rich, over left tackle. But this time the Golden Eagles finally stop it for a short gain of about 2 yards to the 23.
So Coach Bailey thought he had spotted a weak spot in that Tyrone defense with those 2 nice runs, but now Tyrone does stop him on the 3rd try. Clock moving, 9:40 left in the first half. Number 13 now in the game, that's Ricky Getlis, senior. He has a wide out to the far side. Now we know Rary can throw that football. Just a matter of time before he connects with someone here, but he's going to connect with the Golden Eagle again. Shop over the head of Justin, or he would have had the interception. He was the only guy near that football.
Yeah, Justin Shop was going to catch it or nobody else, but luckily Rary threw it too high, and it was in the end zone of the Tyrone, but Justin Shop, the only one that had a chance to catch that. I couldn't even see who the intended receiver is. The Forest Rangers uniforms are green pants, but white jerseys with green numerals, and the mud from the field is starting to block up some of the numbers on the Rangers uniforms.
Those white tops are getting mighty muddy, but we did see 32 down there, Joshua Shope, the senior tight end, who's also the punter, and he might have been the intended receiver on that one. He was the last one back in the huddle anyway. So a 3rd down for the Rangers. Swing pass goes out to number 3. Ooh, big gainer here. It's going to be a first and... Bill, I believe we're on the air there. First down and goal coming up after a big run by or a big completed pass, rather, to Scott Mehall, number 3. Mehall made the catch, and then he did the rest on his own, Gerard.
There was a little screen set up to the left that time, and the Rangers did a nice job, got some blocking in front of Mehall, and it's all the way inside Tyrone territory, down to the 3-yard line, a pickup of 20, and it's first and goal for the Rangers.
Rangers all of a sudden finding their rhythm on offense here in this game, after Tyrone stopped them cold through the first quarter. Well, let's see if they go back to that off-tackle run. It's done them well here. And that's exactly what they do, and it's going to be a touchdown. It's going to be very close to the goal line for Mehall. It was not Costin that time. It was Mehall on the run. Not a big difference in sizes between those two guys. Costin 6 foot, 180, and Mehall is about the same.
And one wears 3 and one wears 33, so you get a little bit confused which one it is.
So 2nd down and goal, about the 2-yard line, we'll call it. But again, they ran off that left tackle. That must be their best offensive blockers on that side of the line, because they've been going there consistently, at least on this drive anyway. And they're stopped shy of the goal line, so it'll be 3rd and goal coming up.
Costin on that carry, but Good job by the defense of the Golden Eagles. Snuffed it out. James Updike in there, and really no gain or a half-yard gain at most. It's going to be 3rd and goal at the 2.
So just when it looked like Forrest Hills was going to punch it in real easily here, all of a sudden Tyrone's defense has stiffened up nicely on 2 downs in a row and stopped him shy of the touchdown. Don't know if they have a field goal kicker or not. Of course, they got the 3rd down here to go for something. Will they stick to the run again or go for a pass this time? I would think maybe a quarterback end around. They've done well with that. No, they stick to the ground. Nothing. They're going to be stopped cold. He is Rearick on the carry, but he does not get the score.
Yeah, he didn't go wide. He just tried to go over right guard, but the Golden Eagle defense again in there stiffened up. Really virtually no gain. It's going to be 4th and goal at the 2.
I don't know what happened here to Forrest Hills. They were doing so well, and then all of a sudden Tyrone just stopped them cold on 3 runs in a row. And they're going to certainly go for it here on 4th down. Hey, I say run wide. Your quarterback, Rearick, has got excellent speed. So why not let him do the work? Get the score.
It is down closer to the 1-yard line, Rich.
Well, if it is closer to the 1, who knows? They may try to take it off tackle then here. Whistle blows the play dead. So no play on the 4th and goal from the 1-yard line. Well, they had 3 plays and they didn't get much. Guarantee you that. Well, what's going on here now? Penalty-wise, I guess, huh? Offside Tyrone. Well, that's going to march at half the distance, which is, what, about 1.5 feet?
Yeah, about 18 inches, Rich. You're right, 1.5 feet, maybe. It's going to be at the half-yard line now for the Rangers, and 4th and goal on the offside penalty by Tyrone.
Well, it makes it a little bit easier for the Forest Hills offense here, as they're inside the 1-yard line now. About 4th down. Tyrone fans are up, and they are saying, defense, defense, let's stop them here. You can hear them. This is maybe the play of the game for Forest Hills. Trailing by 17. They can get this. They're back in the game. And there's the quarterback, sneaks in for a touchdown for Forest Hills. So that makes it 17-6. Travis Rearick did a good job. And again, where'd he go, Gerard? Over to left tackle for that needed 1 yard.
And he does, Rich. Gets it in there, punches it in from a half-yard out, and it's a 17-6 game now, pending the extra point.
Well, they got Tyrone is a big 77. You all know Tyler Hoover, but they got a big 77 too, and his name is Mike Katranka, and he's the guy they've been following, and he's been doing a good job blocking against that Tyrone defense. But now, I don't know, extra point wise, will they go for 2? Their kicker is suspect in this game, and they are, I guess, going to go for 2 here. It's 17-6. And Rearick from the 3-yard line runs it himself into the end zone. Boy, that's a nice fake. That time, see, he faked off to Costin and then tucked it in and ran over tackle again.
That's exactly what he did, over the left tackle, and easily got into the end zone untouched on the 2-point conversion.
17-8. We'll be back with the Forest Hills kickoff here. 17-8 now, following the touchdown and the 2-point conversion, both scored by the quarterback, Travis Rearick. Here's the boot, a low line drive. Should be a good return here for Tyrone. It's out across the 30, the 35, and across the 40. Breaking a tackle at the 50-yard line is number 82, and he's going to go all the way for a Tyrone touchdown, one of the upbacks for the Golden Eagles. I said that ball was taken on a line drive. Forest Hills' kicking game is killing them in this game tonight. Brandon Garrett, a junior, he broke free from the pile at the 50-yard line, and there was no one near him. Forest Hills, I think, thought the play might have been done with, but never being downed was Garrett, and he took it all the way for a touchdown.
And we're going to call that about a 70-yarder, Rich, a 70-yard kickoff return for Brandon Garrett, and Golden Eagles swept 23-8, pending the extra point.
So the Golden Eagles answer right away, and I mean right away. That kick was a simple line drive. You want a squib kick if you're going to do that, not line drive, but to the upbacks.
Yeah, the kicking game for the Rangers has been something to be desired tonight, Rich. The punting not very well, and now that squib line drive tip right to Garrett at the 30. He returns it for the touchdown. The extra point is up and good by John Schaefer. It's 24-8. The Golden Eagles leading.
Their kicking game is costing them big in this game. And we'll be back with the Tyrone kickoff in 60 seconds.
Winning number 216-883. 216-883. If you have it, bring it up to the press box. The 50-50 benefits our Tyrone High School Golden Eagles cheerleaders. McLaughlin and Carpenter set up through safety kick for Forrest Hill.
Just when it looked like the momentum was shifting a little bit toward Forest Hills, Tyrone comes up big again. And a kickoff return by Garrett for a touchdown. I bet he's excited on the sidelines right now.
Yeah, I don't remember him even returning any kicks all year. He might have one that I don't recall or two, but...
Well, he wasn't really the kickoff return man. He was one of those upbacks.
Although a lot of kicks have been to the upbacks this year, Rich, and he did an excellent job. He just waited for his wall to form. He kind of bounced off it, and then he went out to his right and had clean sailing and outran the pursuers of the Rangers.
And here's Schaefer's kick, goes to the 18, the 20, the 25, out to the 30 and the 33-yard line. We've got a change of possessions down here now as Forest Hills takes over, so we're going to turn it back to you, Bill, for a quick timeout this time. Back to our WTRN studios for a 30-second break.
Golden Eagles, first down, Forest Hill. Ball spotted at their own 34-yard line.
Go defense! I did get that, Jim. Come on, D! Get that ball back!
The Rangers take over at their own 34-yard line, and there's a big defensive stop by Tyrone's Updike.
James Updike got in there on Jared Costin before he could get untracked, and he gets a yard maybe out to the 35-yard line, but it's going to bring up 2nd and 9. Excellent play by James.
He's played fine all year. He's a short, squat-type linebacker. But boy, he's done great work. Forest Hills uniform number is getting very hard to read now. Had that all-day rain yesterday early in the day, and that's really made the field conditions not so great here. Rurik is sacked this time, back inside the 30.
Actually, Johnny Franco with some help from Tyler Hoover coming in there for the sack as Franco on the blitz from his cornerback position. It's going to be a loss of 5. Well, let's see where they do spot it.
Blitzing defensive back that time for Tyrone. 4:46 to go. Tyrone on top now, 24-8. Loss of 7. Back to the 28-yard line. So 3rd down and 16 coming up for the Rangers as they set up offensively again with a very tight formation. Rurik does complete the pass, but it's going to be shy of the 1st down across the 40-yard line to about the 42, and knowing their punting game, hey, they might just go for it here.
Yeah, Mihal on the catch, and it's only a yard or two shy. They'll spot it at the 41. It's going to bring up 4th and about 2.
4th and 2. The clock is moving. We have less than 4 minutes to go. Remember, we'll have an East End Pizza trivia question at halftime. Give you a chance to win a foot-long hot dog with your favorite toppings or a Tyrone-style hoagie from East End Pizza. So if you know your football trivia, stand by at halftime. We'll also check the scoring plays and some stats from the first half of tonight's game as well. Normally, you go to punt formation. They've had an 11 and a 13-yard punt so far in the game, plus a bad kickoff that led to a touchdown. This more of a line drive kick is a better kick, but the missed tackle by Forest Hills, but now it's finally made it to the 36-yard line of Tyrone. So a change of possessions again. Bill, we'll switch it back to you. Let's take another 30-second break with Tyrone leading 24-8.
St. on the return of the punt.
3 minutes on.
Ball spotted at the Eagle 37-yard line. 1st down. Tyrone.
There it goes. They want a touchdown. Go Eagles!
Gilman is hit cold at the 40, but he breaks free for 5 yards. So it's a gainer for Tyrone out to the 45-yard line. Golden Eagles plenty of time to get another score here before halftime. Gilman is stopped cold this time across the 45 at about the 47.
But it's close to the first down. Let's see where they do mark it. They might have to measure this one. It's real close. You need it to for the first down and out to near the 47, and that's where they spot it.
Now, don't forget, you can pick up the Tyrone playoff games. Hopefully we'll have another one next week, and Bellwood as well on the internet, provided by Open Door Vision's computer services of Tyrone. Website is TyronePA.com. Penalty against the Golden Eagles looks like coming up here. And they're going to, well, just measuring, okay. 47-yard line. And again, the chain gang has to come in clear across the field for the measurement. And it's first down and 10, Tyrone. 2:35 to go, so Gilman 2 runs and a first down.
Yeah, he picks up 8 on first down, 2 on second down. We got 2:35 left in the first quarter, and Tyrone leads it 24-8. They have the football, trying to get more points here, and I believe they have 2 timeouts left. I know they used 1 at least.
Well, Justin Schopp, look for him to get into the action here very shortly. He split out along with Tate to the near side of the field, double wideouts. And the pitch out goes to Franco. Franco follows his tacklers across the 47, out near midfield.
Yeah, he gets about 3 maybe to
Across
midfield.
midfield into Forest Hills territory at the 49-yard line. And let's see if Schopp and Tate get involved here. They're double wideouts. No, over the middle it goes for completion to Conrad. Conrad to the 40, to the 37 for a first down. So Donnie Conrad, the big tight end, getting into the action here. And the clock stopped to move the chain gang in. Minute and 46.
Possession for sure. And they got plenty of time and some timeouts left.
This time Tate and Schopp are wide out to the far side. Golden looking for a receiver. Over the middle it goes. Another completion to Gilman. Gilman is out of bounds inside the 30 at about the 25-yard line. So again, good yardage for Tyrone, making good use of the clock. So yet another fresh set of downs to work with for the Golden Eagles. This will be the final game here of the season at Gray Vets Field. Very quickly out of the huddle. Not really any need to this time since the clock was stopped. Golden hands off to Franco, breaks one at the 20, inside the 20, down inside the 15-yard line.
And he might have been into the end zone.
Tyrone. 16-yard gain on the run by Franco. 10 penalty flags are thrown this time. Prior to the snap on this drive, which hopefully for them will wind up with score here. Franco around end this time, and he's going to go into the end zone for a Tyrone touchdown. Had only one guy that can't catch him, Gerard, but unfortunately it was that big guy, the number 77, and he couldn't, no way, going to catch Johnny Franco.
No, he outran him to the pylon at the goal line that time, and Golden Eagles now take a 30-8 lead pending the extra point.
Well, domination by the Golden Eagles was not expected. We were driving to the game. We said, hey, at least we're going to get a good close game here. Class AA. We all know what happened last week at Philsburg Osceola, so yeah, maybe these Western teams, Laurel Highlands, are a little bit overrated this year compared to teams around here. We got 2 of them in the semifinals.
Yeah, a lot of
from here, our area.
Yeah, a lot of the papers were looking at the Cambria County schools, and there's the extra point kick up. And what a job by Justin Schopp there to control that snap. It was way high. He had to get off his knee actually a little bit, come back down and put the hold down, but he got it down, and John Schaefer got it through.
We'll be back after the 60-second break. So the Rangers trying to figure out what kind of freight train has hit them here late in the second quarter after cutting the lead to 17-8. Tyrone coming right back, 2 big scores. And Brandon with the return, McLaughlin out across the 20, the 25, 30-yard line, but only 38.8 seconds to go in the first half now.
So they got to travel about 67 yards here to get some points on the board with just 38 seconds left.
Another first down run by, this time, Jared Costin to stop the clock inside Tyrone territory to the 42-yard line. Now the clock stopped with 23 seconds to go. So 2 effective runs by the Rangers.
Yeah, that time the Golden Eagles had a chance to stop short of the first down after about a 5 or 6 yard.
First down and 10 for the Rangers. They go a little deeper this time on the pass. It's incomplete. Carpenter was the intended receiver at the 30-yard line. Second and 10. 17.2 seconds to go. Now there's a complete pass, and ball is, they tried something there. What'd you call that?
The old hook and ladder play. They completed it to the...
So, 3rd and 8. Throws it down the middle of the field, incomplete. 6 seconds to go.
Josh Shove, the tight end, the intended receiver, right at about the 35-yard line.
Maybe they're not. Maybe they're just going to run the clock out here. No, they're going to pass it. And he does throw way down the field, and it is incomplete at the 5-yard line. That will end the first half. The score, Tyrone 31 and Forest Hills 8. Our halftime activities are presented by the WTRN Sports.
Potential players who can break it for the Golden Eagles.
One thing we haven't talked about much this year is the Tyrone secondary. It's been excellent all year long. No team has been able to do much against Justin Schopp and Johnny Franco leading that crew in there.
Exactly. The secondary has been excellent. Shane Tate back there too, and Steve Kadich has played some in the defensive secondary along with Shane Amy, and the Golden Eagles secondary has done a good job, and part of that is the result of the good pressure by the defensive line of Tyrone.
The Rangers will get the ball first in the second half. Forest Hills coming in here tonight with a record of 9 wins and 2 losses. Of course, Tyrone 11-0 undefeated. Tyrone undefeated in the regular season last 4 of 2004, 9 last year, and 10 this year.
And a 23. Yeah, their streak goes up to 23, as you're saying, Rich. And just looking at some of the information here on head coach Don Bailey of the Rangers, as I mentioned earlier in the broadcast, his 33rd season, but coming into the season, he had a record of 277 wins, 73 losses, and 8 ties, and he's 9-2 this year, so
pretty good percentage.
286, 75, and 8 coming into this game tonight, and he's a well-respected coach here in Central Pennsylvania that a lot of the younger coaches look up to, especially out in the Cambria County area.
So here's the kick from Tyrone. Forest Hills on the return. Out across the 25, a fumble. Tyrone jumps on it for the Golden Eagles. Recover a fumble. So first down and 10, number 5, making that fumble recovery for Tyrone. That is Jesse Walk. Tackled in the mud, ball came loose.
Jesse Walk recovered it, and for the Golden Eagles, the return man coughed it up at about the 28. It popped out, and Tyrone has it at the Forest Rangers' 26-yard line.
So Forest Hills does not get the opportunity we were talking about there to get something going offensively and get back in the game because Tyrone recovers the fumble. Let's see if Golden goes for something big early here. Hasn't used much play action tonight, if any. Gilman gets the call over tackle. Yard or so, couple.
Yeah, not much running room there. He might have actually lost a half yard. We'll see where they spot it, but let's call it right to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 at the 26.
Golden Eagles taking over following the Forest Hills fumble. Tomorrow night we'll have action for you, starting with the warm-up festivities about 6:30. I'll do a little pregame show there for you about Bellwood and Southern Huntington. And the gang down there at Orbazoni will take over. That's Lou Seidel and Lance Baird. Johnny Franco running wide. He's out of bounds.
Not much running room there, so the Ranger defense looks pretty good here to start the second half. 2 running plays, and not a whole lot for Tyrone, as Franco does get a couple yards in this carry down to the 22. It's going to bring up 3rd and 7.
I thought the Golden Eagles might take advantage of that fumble and go for a bomb to Justin Schopp in the end zone early. It would have been my pick there.
Try and go for the killer instinct, huh, Rich?
Hey, that's exactly right. But now it is 3rd down and 6 coming up. Tyrone with the ball in Forest Hills territory at the 23-yard line. Golden splitbacks behind him this time. And a screen pass over the middle goes to the big guy. It looks like Morrow in there, and he has a first down.
Doug Morrow, his first catch of the year, of course, coming off the collarbone injury, I believe it was, broken collarbone, and gets down inside the 15 to about the 13-yard line, a gain of 10 and a first down.
Getting back into the action slowly. He's also been on defense at times, Doug Morrow. First down and 10, Tyrone. And the ball now at the, well, let's see, 13? 13-yard line, 1st and 10, Golden Eagles. Really trying to put this one out of reach here with a touchdown. So the I formation this time with Franco the up back, Gilman the tailback. And they're going to stick to Gilman. Gilman bounces off tackle this time, and he's going to be stopped at the line of scrimmage again.
Josh Shope in on the stop for the Rangers, along with one other Ranger. Not much running room for Gilman there.
Clock moving very early in the 3rd quarter. Tyrone leads in the game 31-8. No gain again, so Tyrone huddles it up. Screen pass over the middle was effective, though, for a first down tomorrow, which kept this drive moving. Twin wideouts to the near side are Schopp and Tate. And Franco will carry it around end, looking for running room. He's inside the 10-yard line this time for good gainer. Johnny Franco, flag though thrown on the play as Franco went out of bounds, so this could mean a hold.
Yeah, it looks like it is. It's in the backfield or the line of scrimmage roughly. I think it might be a hold against the Golden Eagles. Going to negate the nice run as Johnny Franco bounced it outside again. Got it down to about the 7-yard line. Was not going to be a first down, but it would have given the Golden Eagles a 3rd and short.
Stops the clock, 10-12 to go. 3rd quarter. Holding called against the Golden Eagles. Now they'll march it back. And we'll wait momentarily and see where the ball is actually going to be placed here. Depends on the spot of the play, I guess, huh?
Well, Rich, I think we have 2 penalties here, too, it looks like to me, according to what the official signal. It's going to be a hold against Tyrone, but then I think Johnny Franco must have been hit late out of bounds, and a personal foul against the Rangers, I believe, is what's going to happen here. They're going to march off 10 yards back to the 25-yard line of the Rangers, and now they're going to march forward, I believe, 15 yards. So I think the result of this is going to be spotted around the 10-yard line and bring up a 2nd and 7 or so.
Okay, 10-12 to go. Tyrone recovered, and now they're driving for a potential score here. Tyler Golden finally set to take the snap here after we sorted things out with those penalties. Set a sack for Forest Hills. Goes clear back to about the 23-yard line, and what are they going to call a face mask, though, against Forest Hills? One of their better defensive plays on the night, but unfortunately a sack.
David Mehall in on the sack for the Rangers of Tyler Golden. The first time I believe he's sacked, and it would have been back at the 20-yard line, but it looks like you're right, Rich. A penalty for a face mask will give the Golden Eagles, let's see if it's a 5 or 50, just a 5-yarder back to the 15, so it's still going to bring up now 3rd and about 11.
So kind of a strange sequence of events happening here with a double penalty, and now the sack and the face mask against Forest Hills. Back to the 16-yard line we go. And it will be 2nd down, 13. So Tyler Golden, the backs are split behind him this time. Goes to the air, gets the pass off, and it is incomplete at the 8-yard line. The intended receiver was number 84, Doug Morrow.
And it was right there. It was a little bit low, but it was just below the waistline, and Doug just reached down and went right through his hands, incomplete at about the 10-yard line. There was nobody around him.
Third down and 13 coming up for the Eagles. Steve Kaddish checking the shotgun formation for Tyler Golden. The senior quarterback takes the snap. Rolls to his right. They're after him. He gets the pass off. It is complete. It's going to be shy of the first down. Down inside the 10-yard line, looks like. No, inside the 15.
Yeah, Johnny Franco on the catch, but Golden rolled to his right and just gave him a quick dump pass at the line of scrimmage. Not much gain. And I think we might have another flag down on the field, too, Rich. I'm looking here as the officials are conversing again.
Yeah, that stops the clock. 9:46 to go. Kind of a strange start to the third quarter. Tyrone having a lot of difficulty taking this in for a score. It's a fourth down now coming up.
Penalty against the Golden Eagles, and I'm not sure what that signal is. Pass interference against offensive pass interference, I think. Well, they're picking up the flag now, he signals.
Officials having all kinds of difficulties down there, picking up the flag, and no call on that one, so the field goal team will come in with John Schaefer attempting his second on the night. Boy, we made some good predictions earlier in the season about how important it would be coming into the playoffs for field goals, and that's exactly the story tonight. Second attempt for Schaefer. He made his first one of about 20 yards or so. This is a little bit longer, though. 32-yard attempt. Shops the holder. Here's the kick. It's up. Long enough. And it's good. Well, John Schaefer just proved something to us. He can kick the longer ones, too. Tyrone leads it 34-8. Back in 60. John Schaefer converts the field goal of 32 yards, and Tyrone leads it 34-8, and Schaefer is right back to kickoff for Tyrone. And squib kick this time. One of the big up backs taking it to the 30-yard line across the 30 to 35, and they do hang on to the ball this time anyway.
No fumble, at least this time, Rich, and I didn't read the number on the jersey that time. Big guy, wasn't he? He turns his back to, I think it's 32, Josh Schote, the punter. No, it's 70. 70 in there on Mihal.
Mihal, okay. 9:37 to go in the quarter. Now the Rangers with the football, trailing in the game, though, 34-8. This has been all Tyrone, basically, except for that one spurt. Forrest Hills got a touchdown and a two-point conversion to cut it to 17-8. That came about midway through the second quarter, but then Tyrone scored two more touchdowns, and now a field goal here in the third quarter. So quarterback Travis Rearick, the junior, going to throw. Gets a complete pass to the 40, 45-yard line down the far sideline for a first down for the Rangers. Mihal, okay. Stops the clock at 9:28. And there is another flag down. It's going to be a penalty against Forrest Hills, so that's going to negate that. It's a nice gainer. Illegal procedure.
Illegal procedure. Usually you don't get to play off on legal procedure, but it might have been a illegal formation or something.
Well, Forrest Hills not going to want to look at this game for their highlight film of the year, I don't believe. Coming in with a 9-2 record, they've done a lot of wrong things in this game. Ball's going to be marched back inside the 35 to the 31-yard line. So first and 15. Trips wide to the right this time for the Rangers. That would signify Rearick wants to go to the air again. He does, and incomplete it goes. Intended receiver at the 40. Mihal again. Scott Mihal. Where's number 3? Does Scott. And he's only a sophomore. 5'11", 190-pounder. He's going to be good next couple of years for the Rangers, no doubt on only 2 losses to Bishop McCourt and to Penn Cambria. Weirwick takes a snap. Inside handoff this time to that big running back again. Another tough run out across the 40, 45 to the 48-yard line for a first down.
Yeah, it was Josh Shope, number 32, his first carry of the night, who's in the backfield right now, and he gets good yardage.
Taken up, too. Getting up slowly. Going back to the huddle with 9:17. Clock stopped to move the chains. And Forrest Hills, nice little run over tackle. It's been their best offense tonight, off-tackle runs.
Yeah, and a good carry that time by Josh Shope in there at fullback. 18-yard pickup out to their own 49-yard line. Rangers have it 1st and 10 now.
Needed 15 and got 18. Single back formation this time for the Rams. Pass downfield, and it's going to be overthrown. Shane Tate was the man closest to the football. The intended receiver was once again that number 3, Scott Mehall. But it's overthrown where Gilman couldn't get to it.
Yeah, it was a good 8 to 10 yards overthrown that time. Nobody had a chance to catch it. It'll bring up a 2nd and 10 at the Rangers' 49-yard line.
And stops the clock with the incompletion at 8:51. Winner of this game goes against the winner of Phillipsburg Osceola. We didn't expect to be saying that, but Phillipsburg Osceola and Bishop McCourt tomorrow night at Johnstown. Again, the one-back formation with the passing attack in for the Rangers. Weirwick gets one out. A nice completion there in the middle of the field for a first down and more. Down inside the 40, 35, down near the Tyrone 30. Still breaking tackles inside the 25-yard line. Well, it was a nice run. It's going to be tough to pick up the number. I don't know if you can do that, Gerard, because that jersey is so bad. I don't know if it's Mehall again who made the catch in the... That time, though, he went for the center of the field.
That's right, Rich. I don't know if it was Mehall or Ross Carpenter. I believe it was one of those two, but the jersey's just impossible to tell the numbers on the backside.
Boy, that all-day rain yesterday, early in the day, throughout Pennsylvania, and here in Tyrone included, made a mess of the field for tonight. I'm glad it's the last game of the season here. It's really getting torn up tonight. So here's an inside handoff again. Shope with the ball. Thought he was a tight end, but I guess he's in a running back now. Gets a couple of yards. Had a nice run earlier in this drive. Forrest Hills trying to put something together here. They're working very slowly against this Tyrone defense.
And the Tyrone will take that. They want to run the clock off, but really not much clock has been run off. There's still 8:15 left in the third quarter. It's 34-8. Tyrone leads it.
And Forrest Hills huddles it up. It's set for their 2nd and 8 play now. Only a 2-yard gain for Shope that time. Again, trips wide right. Sticking to this formation with the sole running back behind Travis Weirwick, the junior quarterback. And he's going for it all this time. Going to try it. He's tripped up, though, and sacked. Let's see who come in there for Tyrone. Looks like big number 66 for the Golden Eagles making the play. Jared Good is in on the tackle. So the clock keeps running at 7:38. That's going to be a loss. Back across the 25 to the 26-yard line. So the Rangers, 3rd down and 10 coming up now. This Tyrone defense, we can't talk enough about it this year. It's been a surprise to a lot of people. We were not predicting Tyrone to have a super year, good year, but maybe not a super year this year, but they've proved the critics wrong. And are coming in here undefeated. Oh, Weirwick almost fell over trying to get back to pass. He does get the pass off, though, and completes it. No, it hits the ground first. And there'll be no review. The receiver, who is unknown to us because of the mud, Jared Costin, okay, claims he has it. He's really arguing with the official, but hey, we don't have that instant replay here in high school football.
No, we don't. No facilities. It would cost obviously too much to put something like that in. And it's going to be 4th and 10 at the 26-yard line for the Rangers at the Tyrone 26.
So Tyrone, one more play and they can stop them here and take the ball over with the lead of 34 again, unless they can get this 4th down play. Shotgun. Rearick throws it downfield. Has a receiver down there. Flag thrown. I believe it's incomplete, but a flag is thrown, so this may be against the Golden Eagles. Receiver was number 13, Ricky Gellis. A senior, 5'9", 160. So the flag is against the Golden Eagles. That'll give them an automatic first down.
Looks like pretty good coverage in the corner there, but he must have bumped the receiver beforehand. The pass went right down to the goal line, really, is where the bumping was going on between Gellis and I think it was Justin Schaaf down there. And then the pass interference call is going to give the Rangers a 1st and 10 on that 4th down play.
That was a pretty nicely thrown pass by quarterback Travis Rearick. Had got it right in there.
Yeah, got it right in there, but it looked like Schaaf had his hand in there and deflected it away, but the flag come in.
This time it's Scott Mehall, the sophomore, wide out far side. 1st and 10 of 13. Shope runs inside. Once again, that's Joshua Shope, a senior. He's the big guy. He weighs 230 pounds.
Yeah, Josh Bradley wraps him up that time, brings him down. It'll be a positive gain down to around the 10-yard line, they'll mark it.
So Tyrone looked like it had him stopped there on 4th down, but the pass interference call against the Golden Eagles gave new hope to Forrest Hills on this drive. And they take it for a 3-yard gain to the 10-yard line. 2nd down coming up. And 7. Travis Rearick. Long count. Rolls to his right. He's slipping all over the place, poor guy, and he gets the pass off. It's incomplete. Almost went down back at about the 15-yard line, but do we have another penalty flag thrown?
Yes, we do. Mehall on the intended receiver at about the goal line, and he kind of slipped too, and Johnny Franco was there, and we have a flag down.
Difficult section of the field to operate on. Rearick almost falling down before he got the pass off, but it's going to be pass interference against the Golden Eagles again. And that means Forrest Hills gets another break here, another chance.
And it'll bring up a 1st and goal this time, I believe, for the Rangers down at around the 5-yard line.
Well, big day of football tomorrow here in WTRN. Penn State at 10:30 with the pregame show. 12 noon kickoff. Jack Ham, Steve Jones handling the broadcast as always. Then tomorrow evening, we'll do a brief pregame show about 6:30 or so. Talk a little bit about the Bellwood Southern Huntington game. I'll be doing that back at the studio, and then it'll be Lance Baird along with Lou Seidel taking over for the action. Bellwood at Southern Huntington. You heard Bob Miller say Southern Huntington a pretty darn good defensive team. Rearick throws. I didn't see what happened. Incomplete, I assume. Stop the clock. 5:45 to go. It was a 1st down and 10. Now they're going to call it a completion to number 4, and that would be Tyler Rosenberger. Tyler is a sophomore, 5'9", 135-pounder. So a new set of receivers coming into the game from Coach Don Bailey, and that was effective. Got it to the 2-yard line, so a 3-yard gain. Rearick over center. Forrest Hills trying to get a score here and maybe get back in the game a little bit here. Rearick, quarterback keeper, is he in? Touchdown, Forrest Hills. Quarterback, Travis Rearick, takes it in from the 2-yard line, and we've got ourselves a 34-14 game in favor of Tyrone. Boy, a very long and tough drive there for the Rangers.
Yeah, covering 64 yards on the drive and methodical downfield. Got help aided by a couple Tyrone penalties, but they're making it a little bit interesting here again. Late in the 3rd quarter, we got a little over 5 minutes left.
So I imagine they'll go for that 2-point conversion again. The first time on the 2-point conversion, Rearick took it himself, took one step back, and then went over, followed his tackler over left tackle into the end zone for the extra point. Let's see what he does this time. He's going into shotgun. So what's he going to do? He's going to throw it, wide open guy for the 2-point reception for the score. So Forrest Hills now trails by a score of 34. So here's the kick. They do not go for the onside kick, taken by one of the upbacks, so again. And that's Brandon Garrett again. No touchdown this time for Brandon. He stopped at the 40. So change of possessions. Let's return to our WTRN studios again and take a 30-second timeout. And Tyrone straight ahead run this time for number 2, Johnny Franco. Franco has about 3 yards. Tyrone taking no chances there. They don't want to turn this football over to a Forest Hills team that showed that it can score and get back in the game.
Yeah, they've had a couple long drives. The first team all year, I believe, to have 2 long drives against the Tyrone defense. Tyrone gave up 2 TDs to Penns Valley, but one of them came on a fumble recovery return.
Yeah, that's right. I think they blocked a punt for a touchdown in that game, if I'm not incorrect. Did Penns Valley. Officials timeout, as we have a uniform problem with one of the Rangers linemen. Now we're set to go with the I formation. And Tyrone says that Forest Hills has jumped off sides.
And they did, Rich. The left end over there, number 2, I can't get the number 8, I believe it was, jumped on the far side for the Rangers.
Jason Shope, if he's in there. He's only a sophomore, number 8, 5'9", 180-pounder. So that'll give Tyrone an additional 5 yards here. And 2nd and 1 coming up now.
And this might be the longest quarter of the season, Rich. We still have 4 minutes and 15 seconds left in this third quarter. And it's going to be 2nd and 1 at the Tyrone 49-yard line.
Long quarter, but not a lot of scoring. Tyrone just a field goal, and Forest Hills 1 touchdown and 1 2-point conversion. Oh, fumble in the backfield, but Golden jumps on it very quickly. Can be disastrous turnovers at this time of the game. That's going to be a loss of 3.
Yeah, I'll give them a loss of maybe a yard back to the 48, but it'll bring up 3rd and 2.
So 3rd down coming up for the Golden Eagles following the fumble. Clock now moving, finally, with 3:48 to go in the third quarter. Quarterback keeper this time by Golden. He has positive yardage up near midfield, but does he have the first down? He just might.
Depends where the pylon covers here. I can't tell, Rich. It's going to be real close, right near midfield. And where they spot it, it is real close.
Tyler Golden, the quarterback, just across the 50-yard line into Forest Hills territory, and here comes the chains again. So guess what? The clock has stopped once again with 3:33 to go. Meet your friends at the bullpen in the Tyrone Shopping Center following the game tonight. Talk about this interesting game between Tyrone and Forest Hills. And, of course, you can watch Penn State taking on Michigan State tomorrow, 12 noon kickoff at the bullpen in the Tyrone Shopping Center. It is a first down for Tyrone at the 50-yard line. We'll call it the 50. So another set of downs to operate for Tyler Golden and his offense. Tyrone would like to use the clock here as we wind down the third quarter and get some first downs on the ground, maybe a score. Tight formation. Gilman breaks one this time. 45 down near the 40-yard line. Close to the first down again.
I think he's going to be a little shy because he had to get beyond the 40 by the length of the football for the first down. He's about a little bit shy of the 40, so it's going to bring up 2nd and 1 on the 9-yard pickup by Tyler Gilman.
Talked about that Bellwood game, and of course, remember the game will be on the internet tomorrow night as well. So if you have folks from outside the Tyrone Bellwood area who might like to listen to the game, you can check out the website, which is www.tyronepa.com for tomorrow night's Bellwood game and next week's Tyrone Bishop McCourt Phillipsburg Oceola winner game, if the Golden Eagles hang on here. Johnny Franco, first down.
Yeah, he gets it inside the 40, down to about the 36-yard line, just shy of it. A pickup of 4 for Johnny and a first down for the Golden Eagles.
Well, Gilman, the offensive player of this game so far, huh?
Yeah, that last carry put him over 100 yards for the night, too. I believe he had one other game with 100 yards earlier in the season, and he had 700-plus coming into the game tonight. So he has over 800 yards on the season.
And don't forget, he missed the first, 2 games of the season with mono. So here we go with another fresh set of downs for Tyrone. And Gilman the call again, breaks a tackle, breaks another tackle. And he's going down that far sideline for a first down and more before he's finally forced out of bounds. Tyler Gilman running hard.
Yeah, he broke a tackle at the line of scrimmage, and he went wide and broke a tackle a yard beyond the line of scrimmage. And then he had some free running up the far sideline. They pushed him out of bounds. It looks like at about the 21-yard line they're going to mark it. So that's a pickup of 15 for Tyler Gilman.
Tyrone trying to match that Penns Valley score here earlier in the third quarter.
Check it, Rich. It's at the 16-yard line to pick up a 20.
All right, big, nice gainer for Tyler Gilman again. Now he's way over 100 yards on the night. Golden hands it to Gilman again. And Gilman running hard again, this time inside the 15, down near the 11-yard line. And the clock continues to run with 2 minutes and 7 seconds to go in the third quarter. Your score, Tyrone 34 and Forest Hills 16. Again, the winner here faces the winner of Bishop McCourt and Phillipsburg Osceola tomorrow night. Game played at Johnstown. Tate, the lone wide receiver this time, split very wide to the right. Franco gets the call, and as he's breaking tackles, down inside the 5-yard line, and a flag is thrown again. Could be another face mask against the Rangers.
Came in late, after Franco was already on the ground. I think it's going to be either a face mask or a personal foul. He picks up from the 10 down to about the 4, a gain of 6, and it'll be first and goal from for Tyrone, unless the penalty is against Tyrone.
1 minute and 34 seconds to go. Clock stopped, and it is a personal foul against the Rangers inside the 5-yard line, so that's half the distance. Now things looking real good for the Tyrone score here at the 2-yard line. Bill Marlette will rejoin us following our broadcast here, and he'll check in some scores from across the area. We only had 2 scores at halftime, but one of those scores, Gerard, makes you a good predictor. He said Hollidaysburg was going to win that AAA championship.
Yeah, they were easily handling Indian Valley after the upset last week, Indian Valley over Huntington. And Hollidaysburg was up big at halfway point of the game.
So first and goal at the 2-yard line. Golden Eagles, just as Forest Hills had a methodical type drive, this has been the same for Tyrone here. Slowly marching it down the field and hopefully wind up in a score for Tyrone. And Franco leaping over this time into the end zone for a Tyrone touchdown. Boy, I didn't know Johnny had that leaping ability. Have to see that in the basketball court this fall, huh?
He wasn't up high in the air. He went over his lineman and leaped into the end zone over top of his lineman at the goal line. A 2-yard touchdown run for Johnny Franco, his second score of the night. And the Golden Eagles now lead it 40-16.
Good lateral stretch there by Tyrone's Johnny Franco for a 2-yard touchdown. And the Gold Eagles now lead it 40-16, and once again, Schaefer will be in to try the extra point. Last try at the extra point was a very high snap, but Schaub did an excellent job bringing it down, and the point was good. This kick is up, looks perfect to me, and it is not. Oh, first time I said it all year, and the point's no good.
It looked good to me, too, Rich. Our angle must be a little bit off, but it's no good. Johnny Schaefer finally misses one, but I don't think it's going to mean anything. It's 40-16. The Golden Eagles lead it.
Back in 60 seconds.
Hey, don't let the name fool you. Walks Trades Company provides electrical and plumbing work, plus additions, basements, and remodeling. Walks Trades Company now offers light hauling and backhoe services as well. One call to Walks Trades Company will answer all your problems. Phone Walks Trades Company at 684-0387 or check us out at walkstradescompany@earthlink.net. A proud booster of Tyrone Sports, the Renko Insurance Agency. Renko Insurance will come to your home or business in the Tyrone area to talk about your insurance needs. Give them a call at their toll-free number for more information, 1-800-696-8097. Your independent insurance agent in the area is the Renko Insurance Agency, located on the Tyrone Pike just south of Phillipsburg. Renko Insurance Agency.
Now, after missing out last season on going to the district championship game, Golden Eagles looking in pretty good shape for making a return visit this year. Kickoff taken on the run this time by the Rangers. And a nice run back across the 35-yard line by number 11. That's Brandon McLaughlin, Jr.
All the way out to the 36-yard line. So decent field position for the Rangers at their own 36. We got 1:16 left in the third quarter. And maybe that extra point is a little more important than I thought, Rich, because it's a 24-point spread now, 3 touchdowns and 3 two-point conversions. And the Rangers tie it. The extra point would have made it a 4-score game.
And the Rangers have been making those 2-point conversions, 2 for 2 in the game. 1:16 to go in a very, very long third quarter. Trips wide to the near side this time. So that means Rurick's going to go back to his passing attack. Incomplete. Intended for Mihal at the 42-yard line. Incomplete. Stops the clock, though. 1 minute and 12 seconds to go now in the quarter. Tyrone marching it down the field, scoring on a 2-yard touchdown run by Johnny Franco. A lot of the work done there again by Tyler Gilman, though.
Yeah, he's got some decent runs in that scoring drive, a 20-yarder and a 9-yarder and a 6-yarder.
So Forrest Hills huddles it up. Ball at their own 37-yard line, 2nd and 10. Following that incomplete pass. Passing formation again in there with 4 wideouts. And the quarterback's going to be stopped after a short gain out across the 40, maybe the 41-yard line. Rurick that time couldn't find a receiver, had to tuck it in.
Yeah, he seems to have 3 wides to one side, but he always looks to the side where there's only 1 wide receiver. He never looks to the 3 wides, and it's always Mihal on the far end. And that time Mihal was well covered over there by, I believe, Johnny Franco and Shane Tate. So Travis Rurick had a scramble, but he does pick up about 4 yards out to the 40, brings up a 3rd and 6.
Yeah, he usually sends those 3 wideouts to the near side, and Mihal is a single receiver far to the far sideline and usually goes to him. This time, though, shotgun formation. And Rurick is going to throw it wide open receiver at the 50 into Tyrone territory for a first down for the Forest Hills Rangers. So Forest Hills moving the ball as good as any team has during the season against Tyrone. Golden Eagles may be playing it a little bit loose here.
I think that was Jared Costin on the reception that time. Can't tell for sure with the number, but it'll pick up from the 48 to Tyrone territory at the 48-yard line, a gain of 12 and a first down.
Tyrone number is much easier to pick up here than our Forest Hills. Forest Hills with the green pants and the white jerseys and the very light green numbers. And some of the uniforms, both the front and the back, are totally mud covered. So we apologize for that, but not much we can do about it. And a wide open receiver again at the 45. The 40, it looks like that big fullback this time, Shope. I could tell who that was, not by the number, but by the bulk on him at 230 pounds.
Yeah, good completion again. Another first down as the quarter ends, though, Rich, with Tyrone leading 40-16.
Back with the 4th and final quarter after the 60-second timeout. So here we go with the start of the 4th quarter, and the Rangers in Tyrone territory, trying to put together their 3rd scoring drive on the night. Rurick throws it complete again inside the 30-yard line, near the 25, a little bit short of the first down that time. Did you manage to pick out the receiver that time on that catch, which was made leaping type style?
Yeah, just a slant pattern that time, and I believe it was the Ross Carpenter, I believe, that time on the completion. He'll pick up a 9, he'll bring up a 2nd and 1 at the 26.
So Rurick doing an effective job here, leading his team down the field. And 2nd and 1 for the Rangers. Double-A semifinal game, if you just tuned in from Tyrone. The Golden Eagles leading at 40-16. Big fullback with the call for the first down. That's Shope again. He's been an important factor in the second half of this game, keeping some of these drives going.
Yeah, not much running room there, but he only needed 1 for the first down. He gets 2 or 3. Let's call a gain of 3 to the 23. 1st and 10 for the Rangers.
Still haven't seen Rurik throw a real pass down the field. Except that one with the interference call, remember?
He's thrown a couple downfield, but none of them ever completed. I think he hasn't completed anything where he's thrown, I think, more than about 10 to 12 yards downfield.
Clock moving again. 11 minutes to go in the game. Forrest Hill's driving. There's another complete pass for the Rangers. Stumbling is the defender for Tyrone. Good, I believe. And a first down coming up for Forrest Hill's inside the 10-yard line. Good second effort by that receiver.
Ross Carpenter, I believe, again. And it'll be a pickup down 2 around the 11-yard line, and that'll be enough for a first down at the 11.
10:49. Clock stopped again to move the chains on the first down by Forrest Hills. Well, you can see, get a little glimpse of how Forrest Hills has accumulated this 9-2 record.
Yeah, they're medium passes to short passes, but Rurik's very effective throwing them, and he's on a roll right now. Now he looks downfield, dumps one over the middle, complete. Is it into the end zone? Yes, it is. A touchdown covering 11 yards. Big guy, looks like.
It's like that big guy Shope with the catch for the touchdown, number 32. He started the game as a tight end, then came in at fullback. Shope, Joshua Shope, makes the catch from 11 yards, and Forrest Hill's now 40-22. And they've certainly moved the ball as effectively as any team has against Tyrone all season long. Gerard talked about the Penns Valley game, which was the closest game, but a lot of that was caused by defensive problems for Tyrone, and also a bad field night, weather-wise. 2 for 2 in 2-point conversions. They're going to try again. This time, though, he's going to be sacked way back there at about the 15-yard line, so the 2-point try does not work this time. Your score, Tyrone 40 and 22 for Forrest Hills. We'll be back in 60 seconds. So Rurik was trying to pass that time for the 2-point conversion, but Tyrone defended it very well and sacked him. 10:34 though left in the game. That's still a lot of time. Tyrone doesn't want to turn that ball over.
Yeah, and the return team here is up a little tighter right now, and although there's only 5 guys on the line on the front line, they're bringing the rest of them up, so they're looking a little bit for an onside kick here this time.
And Forrest Hills huddles it up before the kick, so they do come out with the kick try, and they're going to recover, it looks like. Ball is loose. Does Forrest Hills have it? That was very quick. They broke the huddle, Jordan, just ran to the line of scrimmage, kicked the football, and Tyrone has recovered. Whoa, that was dangerous. Donnie Conrad on the recovery. That was interesting.
Yeah, what they did is they were just in their huddle, and then they just all come out of their huddle. Nobody lined up down the field laterally, and the kicker just kicked it and tried to follow the football and recovered just beyond, and it looked like he had it to me, but it must have squirted free, and one of the Golden Eagles recovered it right at midfield.
Yeah, I thought they had recovered that onside kick, but it's recovered right at midfield at the 50-yard line by Tyrone. That really would have made it interesting there if Forrest Hills had a recovery, the way they've been moving offensively here in the game. So now, number 12, Golden hands it off to Gilman. Gilman hard running to the 50 to the 46-yard line, gain of 4. So 2nd and 6 coming up for the Golden Eagles. Tyrone, if they hold on here, will face the winner of the Bishop McCourt Phillipsburg Osceola game. Here again, Gerard, we got a situation where McCourt's got to be a tremendous favorite, but those Mounties are tough here.
Yeah, as you mentioned earlier, Rich, I think the teams from the East in the MAC Conference here are may be a little bit underrated. The clear upset and domination, really, by Phillipsburg over Penn Cambria last week, and I'm sure Bishop McCourt won't take them lightly this week.
No, they certainly won't. Game at Johnstown, and the winner goes to Mansion Park. Johnny Franco bounces off a tackler and goes for the first down marker, and he hits it on the far sideline there. We'll see if he has the first down or not. Clock stopped out of bounds at 9:46 to go in the 4th quarter. We certainly hope the 4th quarter isn't as long as the 3rd. That seemed to drag on forever. 9:46 to go in the game. Tyrone with the ball now at the 40-yard line, just shy of the first down. Need a half a yard here on 3rd down. Tyrone really sticking to the ground here in the second half of this game with the lead at halftime, of course. They've tried to run the clock, but Forrest Hill's been pretty effective on their own when they get the ball, making first downs quickly and stopping it with the chain gang moving forward. Franco busts one open up the middle for a first down.
Yeah, from the 41 all the way inside the 35 to about the 32-yard line. That's going to be a pickup of 9 for Johnny Franco when he only needed less than a yard.
A scorer here for Tyrone would, I would think, just about do it with a 40-22 score. At an 18-point lead, so it's still a 3-score game, huh?
Correct, Rich. Even now, after missing that 2-point conversion on the last touchdown by the Rangers, it makes it a 3-score game for Forrest Hills.
And Tyrone with the ball, trying to eat more time off the clock. That's key. Gilman gets the call. Tyler Gilman bounces off a tackler, tries to run around ends. They say keep the clock moving, which is good for Tyrone. He does get some yardage out of it.
Yeah, he did a nice spin move when it looked like he was going to lose a yard or two. He gets positive yardage, and not only that, but smart enough, he didn't run out of bounds. He made sure he fell down before he went out of bounds, and actually picks up about 5 yards to the 27, 2nd and 5.
Stayed in bounds. Good work by the senior Gilman that time, knowing the situation in the game. So Tyrone huddles it up, takes plenty of time in the huddle this time. They'll send Schaub out as a wide out to the far side. And Golden takes the snap, hands it to Gilman again. Tyler Gilman straight arms a potential tackler and rolls inside the 20, 15, 10, 5. And is he into the end zone? No, he's out of bounds. Just shy at about the 1 or 2 yard line. Nice work by Gilman again.
Yeah, from the 27, he gets it inside the 5. We'll have to see where they spot it, but it will be a 1st and goal for the Golden Eagles. And the Tyrone, the contain of the Rangers defense to the outside is not real good. Many times tonight, Tyrone's bounced off a wall in the middle and went wide, and the contain wasn't there, and Tyrone's picked up big yardage.
So the Golden Eagles now threatening to again match the Penns Valley score from earlier in the quarter. First down and goal at the 2. Golden takes the snap from center, hands it to Gilman, over tackle into the end zone for a Tyrone touchdown. 46-22, Golden Eagles have the lead. Well, certainly our highest scoring game that we've done this year, no doubt on that, huh?
No question about that, Rich. The Golden Eagles convert again, and pending the extra point here, now they lead it by 24 again. So an extra point conversion here will make it a 25-point game and a 4-score game.
I think maybe they might have liked to use a little more of the clock on that drive, but hey, let's take the touchdown, I'd say. Schaefer had missed his last extra point. But, of course, he's been a busy guy tonight, looking to make it a 47-22 lead. Two tough veteran teams, no strangers to the playoffs. Forrest Hills and Tyrone here tonight. And Justin Schaub will be the holder for the kicker, Schaefer. Bad snap this time. And Justin Schaub picks it up. He's going to throw it into the end zone. No good. So the extra point try misses again. And your score is Tyrone 46 and Forrest Hills 22. Let's take another timeout. We'll be back after this 60-second break.
Forrest Hills 22.
Extra point try no good. This time Justin Schaub unable to hold that snap from center.
Yeah, the snap didn't look that bad, but it was just a wet football probably, and mud on it maybe, and went through the hands of Justin. Short kick this time, and avoids one tackler and gets out near the 35-yard line, the return man, but he stopped just shy of it, it looks like. So Forrest Hills will start at their own 34. 8:12 left in the 4th quarter. Tyrone 46, Forrest Hills 22.
Boy, a key point in the game, Gerard, in my view, is that fumble to start the second half by the Rangers.
It's one of the key points. You can argue that one is, or maybe the kickoff return by Brandon Garrett in the 2nd quarter too.
That's true as well. It could be a totally different story here. We could have a much closer game if Forrest Hills would have not fumbled to start the half and taken it in for a score there. 35-yard line is the spot. And Forest Hill's offense goes to work again with Travis Ruerick. He'll be back next year, so we can expect to see Forest Hills back with another good team in 2007. Ruerick's pass incomplete across the 47-yard line. A little slant pattern trying to be run there by the receiver, who was number 21, Carpenter.
Yeah, Carpenter, the intended receiver, but it came in a little short. He was being pressured from behind, so he had to get it away. I believe it was Jason Reese on the pressure.
Ruerick might have run with that ball himself for a gain of 5 or 7, but decided to get the pass off. But the clock stops. 8:06 to go in the game. We've got a ways to go yet. It's the last game of the season, and both Tyrone and Forest Hills making sure folks get their money's worth, huh?
Yes, it's been an entertaining game tonight. Tyrone has had a comfortable lead pretty much for the whole night, but still you never felt like it was totally over yet, and you still don't.
You know, you never felt total comfort with the Tyrone lead, but there's a sack for the Golden Eagles back at the 30-yard line. I see number 14 in there for Tyrone. Jason Reese, we just talked about him and how he's been improving as the year's gone along.
Yeah, he's definitely been a threat as a pass rusher and making some tackles on running plays, but this is going to be a loss of 5 back to the 30 and bring up a 3rd and 15. Good play by Jason.
And a big defensive play for the Eagles. Clock keeps moving as well with 7:35 to go in the game. So a 3rd down play for the Rangers, and they need 15 for a 1st down. Again, they send trips wide to the far side. Ruerick takes the snap from shotgun formation this time. Screen pass is not going to work. Very effective. Number 11 on the catch that time. Brandon McLaughlin makes the catch, but Tyrone had that one sniffed out pretty well.
Yeah, might even be a loss or back to the line of scrimmage is about it. There's good coverage by Donnie Conrad that time coming in making the stop. It actually will be a yard loss back to the 29, 4th and 16.
Gerard Kashubek, Radio Rich, bringing you the action tonight from Gray Veterans Memorial Field in Tyrone. We've had a real good time bringing it to you. Bill Marlette back producing the game at the studios, and he'll bring you a little bit of a post-game show as well. Not one of the long ones like we had earlier in the season, because not much to report tonight. Just a couple games in the area, but I hope Bill will have some updates on those. Looks like Hollidaysburg is going to be the AAA champion, and looks like Little Lions are going to move on in Quad A from our area. And there's a decent punt this time as well for Shope to the 37, and that's where Tyrone will take over, maybe the 38-yard line. So change of possessions. We'll keep it here and tell you that Magisterial District Judge Fred Miller wants to wish the Golden Eagles and the Blue Devils both good luck as they continue in the playoffs. Tyrone tonight moving on to the championship game, and then hopefully tomorrow night, Bellwood moving on to the Class A championship game. Congratulations from Magisterial District Judge Fred Miller to both coaches John Franco and John Hayes of Tyrone and Bellwood. So now the Eagles can take some more time off.
Yeah, and I think we're going to get Josh Bradley in there at running back, and I'm not sure if it was Mark Mingle also checking in, but Tyler Golden is remaining in there. Russell Beck also checking in.
And the splits are back behind Golden. Backs are split behind Golden. Johnny Franco with the run across the 40 to the 45-yard line. Franco on the carry. He's going to take in the second place to Tyler Gilman in tonight's game.
Yes, he has. Tyler having 3 touchdowns, but Johnny not having a bad night with 2 scores, and he's approaching 100 yards as he picks up 8 on the 1st down carry.
So double trouble with running backs for the Golden Eagles tonight against the Forest Hills defense. Ball placed at the 46-yard line of the Golden Eagles. Russell Beck is in as a wideout, split to the far side. And again, split backs. Bradley and Franco. And Franco gets the call again. He's going around in for a 1st down. Staying in bounds. Nope, he's going out of bounds that time. Something he didn't want to do, but of course the clock would have stopped anyway because of the moving of the chains.
Yeah, but once the chains are moved, it starts again, and you can stay in the huddle until your 25 seconds runs. But nevertheless, a good 1st down pickup, another 7-yard gain for Johnny Franco into Forest Hills territory at the 45-yard line.
Well, some of the Forest Hills faithful kind of heading to the exits, get an early start on the crowd. heading out here tonight, but their team has played a good game, stayed competitive with Tyrone, but the Golden Eagles a little bit too much on offense tonight, and too many mistakes, penalties, and poor kicking, especially in the first half, for the Rangers have killed them in this game. I formation, and Bradley with the call this time. Bradley carrying tacklers with him inside the 45 to the 43-yard line. You know, the clock does keep moving with 5 minutes and 10 seconds to go in the game. Golden coming to the near sideline to get the play from Coach Franco. Golden, another guy we maybe haven't talked enough about this year, talking about Johnny Franco, the defense and so forth, but boy, coming out of with practically no experience, game experience, what a job he's done.
Yeah, Tyler Golden had an outstanding season. He's been very efficient throwing the football all year, and it complements the tough running game of the Golden Eagles.
4:40 to go in the game. Bradley again with the call inside the 40, the 38-yard line of the Forest Hills Rangers. Looks like Forest Hills going to finish up their year at 9-3. Another good year for Coach Bailey and his team. And Tyrone will advance with a 12-0 record. Franco gets a nice cheer from the fans here on the Tyrone side as he makes his exit from the game. And who replaced him? Jesse Walk, number 5, is into the game for Tyrone at running back. Golden hands it to Bradley, though, again. Bradley running inside and hard. First down, Tyrone on the run by Josh Bradley. And the clock stopped. 4 minutes to go now in the game as they move the chains again, but Tyrone moving deeper into Forest Hills territory. Here's a score for us. Union Valley 6, Purchase Line nothing. So there's a really very close area team we don't really talk about too much because Tyrone doesn't play them in sports. But, you know, they're about 10-2, and they're about 10, 12 miles down the road there in Spruce Creek, not very far from Tyrone. Bradley with the call over tackle, not much this time. Stopped after a gain of a couple. And we have 3:42 to go. Clock running.
Yeah, the clock's been moving nicely here now. This drive's eating it up and consuming the clock, and that's all Tyrone wants to do. They don't necessarily need a score here, and I don't think they're looking to score. I think one more first down, and it'll eat the clock up unless the Rangers use their timeouts. You might need 2 first downs.
Just don't want to get anyone injured here. Heading to the championship game next weekend, either Friday or Saturday, at Mansion Park in Altoona. It will be either Friday or Saturday night. And the handoff going to Bradley again. He's a workhorse here late in the game. Gets a couple and keeps the clock moving with 2:57 to go. Yeah, well, you're probably right on that. You were still about in 9th grade, I think, when I started my broadcasting career in Clearfield and then to WTRN here in 69. Bradley again with the call for a couple of yards. 2 minutes and 16 seconds to go in the game. Does he have the first? Maybe he's finally getting tired here after carrying the ball 4 or 5 times in a row. Need to get to the 23 for a first down. And the handoff goes to Bradley, and he stopped for a loss this time. That was a good defense by Forrest Hill stopping him, so Rangers get one more opportunity.
Yeah, they're going to get the football back here, but it's inside their own 25-yard line. 1:36 left in the fourth quarter. Tyrone leading comfortably, and you can say it's pretty much over now, Rich. Even though that drive did not produce any points, it did.
Jason Shope is the new Forest Hills quarterback. He hands it off to McLaughlin, who loses 3 yards, and the clock keeps on moving with 1 minute to go. Second team now offensively in for Forest Hills, getting their sophomore quarterback some experience, game experience against a tough team like Tyrone. McLaughlin again gets yardage this time on the plus side of the margin. Coming in to make a tackle, though, is Aaron DeLay, who's a senior for Tyrone. One of the first times we called his number on the air, and he makes the tackle. But the clock keeps moving, 32 seconds left. Tyrone heading to another district championship game. Got that championship in 2004. and then won that game against Seton LaSalle near Pittsburgh before finally losing to Grove City in the Western Finals in AA. McLaughlin breaks a tackle at the 30, 35 before he's finally tackled by Beck. Russell Beck making the tackle, number 83. And that's going to be the final play, I believe, of the game. Nope, knocked out of bounds. 5 seconds to go. So there will be another play coming up. It was a first down anyway, I believe. The Tyrone players are set to march out in the field and celebrate, but there will be one more play before we wrap things up here tonight from Great Veterans Memorial Field. So that's an 18-yard pickup by McLaughlin, running to the outside for a good gainer before Beck made the stop. And now the clock does run out. Forest Hills does not get another play off, and your final score, 46-22. We'll be back with our wrap-up from the field. We're going to check some of the statistics from tonight's game. A big game for Tyler Gilman, who led the Tyrone offense tonight. And we'll also check the scoring plays, the highlights of the game tonight. Our post-game festivities brought to you by the WTRN Sportsman. I believe they said the game's Saturday night, so we know what night it will be. Oh, no, not yet. We don't have an official announcement yet, but we'll be back